What's up, everybody, man? It's your boy, Mr. Duga, coming at y'all with another video, man. And tonight, man, I'm going to talk about tonight's basketball game. You had the Miami Heat beating the Oklahoma City Thunder 116 to 107 on the road in OKC to remain in the eighth and final playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. Now up a game and a half on the Orlando Magic and 2.5 games on the Charlotte Hornets. What a game. What a win, man. This is probably the most impressive road win of the season for the Miami Heat, man. When you consider the way this game started, now granted, OKC was without Russell Westbrook, which we was also without Justice Winslow. Now granted, I know Justice Winslow ain't the player Russell Westbrook is, but both teams were missing their starting point guard. And the way this game started, man, I'm like, man, we about to get blown out the building, man. Like, this team is just good, man. I know Russ ain't out there, but Schroeder out there getting assist after assist. They jumped out, it was 13-0, man, early in the game. Then what happened is, Coach Spo, man, I must say, I love how he got the young, athletic youngsters starting the game, and he got the older veterans like the D-Wades, the Goran Dragic, the Hassan Whitesides and all them coming off the bench. Then Wade comes in, and Dragic comes in. And Dragic has 18 points in the first half, man. Dwayne Wade also had a very, very solid first half. Next thing you know, we go from being down 13 to being up 13. Had like a 2-point lead or something like that at halftime. Then in the third quarter, Bam Adebayo started playing well. Kelly Olynyk started hitting shots. Josh Richardson kind of struggled a little bit, but in the fourth quarter, he hit a couple of shots. And Wade was constantly still doing his thing. And Goran Dragic was still out there constantly doing his thing. And, man, another big shout out to James Johnson, man, who gave us absolute great minutes off the bench tonight, man. He played yesterday against Charlotte. That was his first time playing in a very, very long time. And tonight, man, he get not only rolling to the rim and getting dunks, but for a good little 2 to 3 possession stretch, man, he did a spectacular job on Paul George defensively, yo. He stayed in front of him. He used his strength and his wingspan to kind of bother him a little bit. Like, he did an amazing job defensively for those few possessions, man. Which, of course, Paul George, man, he had a quiet third quarter, but he did his thing again tonight. Jerami Grant had a big-time game for OKC also. But, man, what a big win to get this win on the road, knowing the playoffs on the line. This is a game that most people pretty much expected us to lose, even with Russell Westbrook not out there. And by means, the way this game started, like I said, it looked like we was fitting to get just absolutely blown out of the building. But when you come in with the veterans and former All-Stars, in Wade and Dragic off the bench like you do, it gives a sense of relaxation to the team, man. Now, granted, the young athletic guys are pretty good and talented, but they could possibly get a little rattled in an environment like that. So to have guys like Wade and Dragic who done been there, done that, obviously Wade is a 3-time NBA champion. Dragic played in the conference final. For them to come in off the bench, man, and turn the whole game around is big time. Not to mention they're going up against favorable matchups, because if they most likely going up against bench players on the other team. So I love the move by Spo, man, to switch up the starting lineup, let the veterans come off the bench, let the youngsters start out the game. And tonight, man, the bench came through, man. Like I said, when we fell behind big, these veterans came through and just was doing their thing, man. Dragic hitting 3 after 3. Wade with the nasty fadeaway, still got it. Looked like he ain't lost a step when it come to his little fadeaway jump shot, man. But big time win by the Heat tonight, man. Big time win as we try to get in that 8th and final playoff spot in the East, man. But with that being said, yo, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Go and give me a subscribe, man. I'm going to have Miami Heat content, man, throughout the season. Y'all have a blessed one. Let's go Heat.